Define those travels as you can. Well, I hope I'm your man. I mean, at least for right now. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Goglings, Gogorifics, Gog types, Gog peoples. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves on what is, in the United States, an enormously important day. It is Election Day, and it is certainly the most important election in my lifetime. And I'm obviously not going to go down any political thing today on this channel except to say one thing, and that is vote. If you are a U.S. citizen, vote. If you are not a U.S. citizen who knows U.S. citizens that are sort of uncertain about what they want to do, vote. Because this doesn't just affect the U.S., it affects the world. So I'm not going to go any further than that, but I think it's fair enough, and I don't think CDPR or GOGCOM would have any problem with my sending the message, vote. We need everyone out there voting as much as they can. Now, with that said, not as much as they can. You know what I mean? Each one gets one person. More people voting. You get the idea. Having said all of that, though, it is my great pleasure to welcome everybody here to Pen and Pixels. I am your host, Arvin Elleron. This is episode 248, Pen and Pixels with Arvin Elleron. And the game today is Vaporum Lockdown as we continue our playthrough of what I very sort of ridiculously claimed last week wasn't even much of a horror game, and then I had like corpses spitting acid at me and fire roaches and all this stuff. So, you know, that's the thing. Oh, hey, what's up, Kilgore? Yeah, I hope so. So yeah, and I hope you folks are looking forward to the next few hours as I play some Vaporum Lockdown with you before I then go off to eat dinner and hang out with the family and watch Returns. So that's what I'm looking at. But before I do that, I'm looking forward to playing this game. Just a couple of reminders before we get started. If you haven't done so already, please follow us here on GOG.com. If you haven't done so already, please make sure as well to subscribe to us here on GOG.com. That supports not only the channel, but it supports all of us who stream upon it. And if you haven't already done so, please consider clicking through and checking out our individual channels because we have our own Patreons and subsystems and stuff like that. I am the only person who's going to be streaming for the rest of the day here on GOGCOM's Twitch channel. The next one you're going to see is going to be Wolfie Lore, but that's not till tomorrow, where Wolfie's going to be doing some house flipping. House Flipper is the game, but that's going to be tomorrow. And so you're with me for here, and thank you for all checking in and stopping by and saying hello and getting ready for some Vaporum Lockdown. Hey, Inquisitor. So I'm looking forward to that. It should be a good time. And so with all that said, let me turn on that. Good to see everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else pithy to say that I haven't already said, except that I am very excited for us to get back into Vaporum, which is a game I've been having a lot of fun with. So with no further ado, let us wait for it. Let's do it. There we are. You can see the power of The Witcher 3 compels you. And let's get some Vaporum Lockdown going on, shall we? Okay, let's fire that up. Let's go over to here, and actually we'll do it out of GOG Galaxy just to be on the safe side. And let's do it. Make it happen. Made some good progress on this game last time, so I'm hoping that continues. And we also were lucky enough to have the lead developer on this game join us last time, which was cool. And they have a new patch, by the way, Mac and Linux versions. Oh, actually, wait a second. This is patch number 3. Wait a second. Wait, I gotta go patch this. I didn't realize that they had done that. My apologies, chat. I thought they were still on patch 3. Let me see. Can I patch this game? Check for updates. Show me checking for updates. Does whatever a Spider-Man does. That's weird. I thought it says that you can update it, but then why is that not doing anything? I don't know why it's not doing that. All right, let me restart GOG Galaxy for a minute. I wonder if it just went live and so it hasn't rolled out to everything yet. But if it says it's live, it should be live on GOG Galaxy, I would think. Maybe it has not yet come to GOG, the update, in which case, that's fine. I'll just play patch 3. Maybe it has not yet. All right. Well, I guess that's a no. All right. So we'll play this for now. I didn't even know that there was such a patch. It seems like it's mostly Linux and Mac, which does not affect me anyway. So that's fine. If we get the if we actually get the developer back in here, we'll be able to check that anyway. But that's cool. Yeah, patch number 3. Okay. Well, that must be. It'll be coming out soon, then I assume. All right. Let's see. You know what? Just load the last save. Let's make it happen. Ah, yes, okay. We had to make a propeller at the foundry. Need 2 molds and a steel ingot. I got one of the molds already. I need a steel ingot and another one. I need to decontaminate the hydroponic bay, patch the submarine plating, and that kind of stuff. And I think I already looked in here. Yeah, I did. Which means I can go down there, which I was not able to go to before. Inactive needs power. I can delete that now. Because it no longer needs power. I better be careful, though, because whenever you open up a new door, there's a chance some monster is going to come out. Yep. Okay, good. Before I open anything up, let me check and see if I'm missing anything here. Okay. Right, let's do it.
Oh, what a beauty. Pretty
Ooh.
bare bones, but the plating looks solid. Maybe I can salvage that.
After I get attacked by everything in creation. Look at that. Look, and there's... Yeah, I'm going to get destroyed. That's how this works. That's inactive. See, look at that. I can't get to that button. I just reach around here and get the button. It's right there. Man.
I need something to cut through it.
Okay, I still don't have that thing to cut through it. That's fine. I'm going to leave those barrels up because I feel like at some point... No pain, no gain, exactly. How do I salvage it, though? Broken submarine. Because I need some plating, which I can mount on there. But the thing is, before I do any of that... It needs power. Okay. Needs power? Question mark. Okay, so it needs power. We will see how that all works out. Okay. Yep. Called it. Yeah. Can't see. Problem. Okay. Okay. Okay, that was a little rough. That was a little rough. I was right. Just wasn't able to use it in the right way. And I don't have any bullets, which is a problem. Oh, god damn it. Keep thinking of this guy as being a, one of those shotgun dudes. Okay. This is actually not a problem now, because I know how to bait him. Damn it. I know how to bait him if I do it right. Okay. Shit. Okay. Go, my minion. God, come on. I got out of the way of that. Ooh, critical hit right there. Okay. So to be clear, that was very shaky. I mean, I got a repair kit. I got 3 of those left. It was okay, but it was definitely not... That was suboptimal. I mean, it's okay. I'm at full health with 3 repair kits, but that was not great. I hope this is a repair kit. It is. Good. 4 repair kits. That's good. I also wish that I had some shotgun bullets instead of being... Or actually ammo, I mean, not just shotgun bullets. But I am totally out of ammo, which is unfortunate. I knew that there was going to be something like that was going to happen. Like... There were so many flame barrels, I'm like, there's got to be a reason. And the problem is I ran out of bullets too early. They were all just waiting in here? They're all just hanging out. Oh, that's where they came from. Great. What do we got? We got an iron key, and we got this.
Out of the question. That was my initial stance on using human subjects in teleportation tests. Everybody felt like that. Or so I thought. Laura has gathered quite some following now, somehow convincing others that it's okay to gamble with human lives. Respected scientists and technicians, top experts in their line of work, all agreeing to this madness. How and when did it change so quickly? Am I the only one left to see how twisted this is? Or am I just unable to see that it is, in all actuality, the way to go? The path to progress. When virtually everybody around you is telling you that you're wrong and you have nowhere else to turn to for advice, it's hard to see what's right and what's not. I'm inclined to permit the test, but it has to be voluntary. End of discussion.
And of course, again, Marcus Reich is the protagonist of the first game, which is a sequel. It is a chronologically later than this game. This is basically a prequel. So... Ooh. Tech Fuse permanently enhances your technological capabilities. Yes. Increase my tech. Fumium wiring. We dismantled the connection boxes in the workshops piece by piece and reconnected them to the secondary system through the power plant. Now, if somebody manages to blow the fuses again, it shouldn't kill all the lights on any given floor. Victor and I went through most of the wiring, and for goodness sake, we couldn't find the culprit no matter what. Got an idea, though. Since we already mix steel with fumium and use it to make automatons, how about it using a similar material for wires? What could happen? I think the fumium that flows through all the piping would play nice with such wiring, and maybe all the issues would go. Then again, who cares about the ideas of some lowly peon on a maintenance team? I feel like Victor is the only person who ever listens to me. Alice Red Maintenance Unit. Okay. Oh. Oh. And And this is the submarine. Okay. All right, well, that's the foundry. So, where do I have an iron key that I need? Iron key. I think I have a couple of iron key places there. That's one of them. Is that the only one? And there's another one back there? Okay, well then let me go back then. Wait. Let me not do that yet. Yeah, so that now is taken out as well. Okay, good. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. So, I'm going to go back here, though, because I need to... Yep. Who knows what leaves down there? What lies down there? Okay, good. So, in here... Oh, that is... Okay. That's right. This is... Inactive needs power. It looks like it comes through there, which means I probably need that... Yeah, I probably need that thing to get in there, I would guess. So, inactive needs power. Okay. Okay, so, back to the only place where we have an iron key. Makes it really simple. No choices, chat. No choices needed. Okay. Oh, I actually could have gone around the other way. Oh, okay, that's a silver key. That's fine. That's fine. We don't care about silver keys. We don't care about silver keys. We care about iron keys. Which is over there, so... Oh, you know what? Shoot. Thank you for the sub, Garibus, and I realized that I did not put on GOG alerts. My apologies. I should have put on GOG alerts up there. Sorry about that, Garibus. But thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. And now GOG alerts are on, so anyone who subscribes will see it going forward. But my apologies. And thank you for the sub. Welcome to the DRM free community. Yep, that's right. Okay, let's save that under... Oh, and I'm going to have to restart this. This thing... Are continuing. Yes. Hey, what's up, Hillness? Sorry about this. This is frustrating me, and I talked to them about this last time, and it's some... I don't know, they don't... The pointer, if you Alt-Tab out of the game and click over to something, or if you just leave the game up, because it's full screen right now, it's not borderless window, and then you go over here, then when you come back in, the mouse pointer is there, and the only way to fix it is to restart the game. Which, I mean, I have an SSD, so whatever, it doesn't take long to do, but it's a little irritating, since I do need to respond to chat on occasion. Dealing with existential dread. Yeah, I hear you, man. Confidence and faith, though. Confidence and faith. There we go. Thank you, Bitamin. Thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. Thank you, and thank you to Garibus. Okay. That was my last save? I thought... Did I not save it? What? Really? That's annoying. I thought that I saved it. Okay, let me go through. Okay, almost. I thought I had saved there, but I was wrong. Okay, requires iron key. Fortunately, I have one. That is what I wanted to do. Okay. That is... Oh boy. A brick! Brick collector. I think I have an issue. Whoops. Nothing serious, just a little thing with bricks. Not sure what it is, but when I see one, I just have to get a hold of it and add to my humble collection. A brick here, a brick there. You never know when you'll need them. You could say I'm sort of a brick collector. And let me tell you, there are plenty of them scattered around. I just hope they didn't come off the tower structure itself. Boy, oh boy, that wouldn't be very nice. Geraldine Knight, catering supervisor. Got 3 out of 6. All right, well, get ready for some bricks, chat. It's a brick house. It's mighty, mighty. Just a brick in the wall, that too. All in all, you're just another brick in this tower. Oh, interesting. Wow, what? This puzzle is crazy go nuts. Wow, okay. Okay, wait a second. So if I go... Can't go there because pit. Oh, but I could throw it, though. Oh, that doesn't do anything? I'm glad that I didn't, that I quick-saved it. Hey, what's up, Marworks? Let's not try a few bricks of a load. Trish and Matt's. Hi, Trish. How you doing? Hey, Marworks. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's that. So if I go... Oh, I can... No, 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 no. I can get there. I absolutely can get there. Oh, shoot. Okay, boy, this is going to be hard. Okay, I think I know how to do this. So we go 1, 2. No, I need this open so I can get out of the way. I get it. I get it. I know what I'm doing. I need that open so that that doesn't trigger, because that way I can do this. Life is going. We got... Don't break the game. Now your brick is way over there. Life is going okay, Marworks. We're kind of a big day in the U.S., as you know, as you probably know, so... The waiting... The waiting is the hardest part. The great Tom Petty. All right. I agree with you, Trish. Yep. But I feel, knock on wood, optimistic. I feel optimistic, so. Okay, here we go. What? What the why did that happen? Okay. Okay, that's not going anywhere, right? Okay. So here we go. Why is it doing that? Why are you doing that? I don't understand. Why are you doing that? You're locked in place. You should not be moving. Something is closing. Okay, 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 okay. So something is closing it. I think it's this that's doing that. I think that's why. Something is closing it, and I think that's why. I think it's because I was hitting that thing that's making that happen, so. Alright, let's try that again. Now this time if I step on this, nothing happens, right? Yeah, okay. Let's try that again. Oh, you know what though? I'm going to have to reset. Good. I don't take any chances. Actually, wait a second. Let me not put that just in case I need that thing. Let's put something I don't need. Okay. Now, here we go. Assuming this all works, it should be like this. Success! Yes. Okay. Okay, good. Nice, Keister. Got your I voted sticker. Did you vote, though? Plot twist. Got the sticker but didn't vote. Okay. So that's better. Now we've just got this thing here. Oh my goodness. The box puzzles! But that's good, Geester. Thank you for doing that. What the oh, the laser guys. These guys suck. And I have a problem because I don't have... I'm dead. Dead. Yep. This is not a good time to have no ammo, and I have no ammo. Yeah, it's not a boss fight, it's just these... Okay, can't go that way. There's your spikes there, chat, and I just wanted you all to see that. Ow. God damn it. Oh. No, I don't want to change the difficulty of the save. The heck out of here, game. Are you sure it's not too hard? Shut up. Okay. Hate to use one of these, but... Ray Drone. These guys you fight in the first one, and they suck. Okay. Alright, so, Ray Drone. Let's take a look at the Ray Drone. I think because I'm almost about to level, I don't have to worry about using a repair kit, though. The Ray Drone is a devastating ray attack, constantly burning anything it touches with heavy physical damage. Avoid the ray at all costs, as no amount of protective gear or layers of defensive upgrades will be enough to withstand the touch of death. Use all your firepower to kill the drone quickly. Ray drones are usually used to chop up mineral deposits and to burn through their callous layers on the outside. Their exceptional nimbleness allows for precise cuts, even in inaccessible spots around the fumium core where the minerals form. Yeah. Amen to that, Hilness. Okay, good. That's, yeah. I wonder if bricks do damage when you throw them. Also, did I get... Recruit war sword. I want to check that sword that was back there. I don't think I got it because I was too busy killing off that thing. See, I really needed my minion there to do the job, and because I couldn't face up to it. So that was a case where those gadgets really actually worked in a positive way. Regular war sword. Wow, recruit war sword. Okay. So I can get rid of the recruit war sword. And I can keep that. Regular war sword. I need ammo, though, is what I need. Okay, I have no idea what that lever's going to do, but it's probably going to be bad. Seems too easy. There's a lot of boxes here, chat. Wow. Okay. Wait, I already came from... Didn't I? Yeah, and then I go up there. Okay. I know where I am. Yeah. Patience and optimism, folks. Patience and optimism. Okay. That looks bad. As if something broke through this door. That thing. Jeez Louise, man. Oh, yeah. Those are totally not going to come out. Are you joking me? Look at this. Yeah, that's not at all going to come out and attack. Right? This is like... Are you joking me with this? And look, there's a flame barrel to help blow them up, except I don't have any, Saved. Great. Here's the elevator. This is going to be a joy. Okay, I got ammo. That's good. Yeah, no, I mean, you know. It's still in there. So that's all active, which means when I go back out there, they're going to attack me like nobody's business. Okay. Let's find out what they have to say.
Dim-witted bonehead. Volunteers only, no more discussion. Ugh, I hate when Marcus is like that. Hell-bent on making everybody happy. Always settling for the middle ground. But progress is never made by going easy and being safe and sweet. No matter. He simply won't listen to any of it. So, our society prides itself on being led by reason. Reason, huh? Sure. Reasonable would be to use those convicted scumbags and lowlifes from the islands for something beneficial to the rest. Instead, we feed them and care for them and make them comfortable in their warm cells. Cells they're going to rot in anyway. Well, if volunteers only it is to be, I'm pretty sure I can find one or two lackeys around here ready to please. And if that's not enough, we have plenty of volunteers down there in the morgue. They won't argue that much either, I reckon.
She's just so increasingly creepy.
What possessed you, Laura? Was the hunger for knowledge more powerful than the love for human life?
Yes.
At least now I know where the bodies from the morgue had gone.
Okay, we've got 33 out of 45. All right. In the Arxpedia. Okay. So I've got 5 bullets, which at least will make it more easy for me. This is going to be fun. Okay, so these are now going to be active. Okay, here we go. Yep. Oh. Shoot. Problem. Need to kill this thing, because I can level. Yes. Because I can level. Okay. Minions. Oh, I need more ranks. Shoot. Damn it. Get out. Yes. Okay. That could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. That worked out okay. That worked out okay. We leveled. We didn't have to use any repair kits. We used up a bit of ammo. We did save. So it could have been a lot worse. That's fine. That's fine. Now, requires level 8. Okay, well, I'm not at level 8, so that means I can do these other things, like blocking and armoring. Reinforcing the core of the rig allows you to absorb a portion of incoming direct damage. Reduces it by 15%. Hell yes. I want heavy rig up here. So that's the goal. We're going to try to build up this armor to max. We want to build up my minions to max, and then after that I have to decide what I want to do. Probably I want to do something with weaponry, although I could possibly block, and that might also be useful. Like being able to equip advanced shields would be pretty sweet. So we'll have to see, but anyway. That is fine. I have absolutely no problem with that. That could have gone way worse than it did. I think I already got that, right? Okay, yeah. Okay. That door is now open. Okay, and I got a key when I was here, actually. So, silver key, and I think I have a silver key now. Yeah, I have a silver key. Huzzah! I feel like there's probably going to be a secret somewhere in here, too. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go look. Because I'm convinced that there is one somewhere. This room seems too, like, there's too much going on in this room for there not to be a secret. Okay, switch to, actually, I don't want to use my, I wonder if I can shoot this from a distance. Let's find out. No. Can I throw a brick at it? apparently not. See if there's anything there. If not, then I'll reload that. Nope. Okay, let's reload it. Oh, I think it's fair to compare this to Legend of Grimrock. I mean, obviously, I was talking to the developer last week about that, and he said, "Thank you, Nonstop." That's what he said. "Thank you, Nonstop, for subscribing." Thanks, Nonstop. Appreciate it, dude. DRM free, 47 months. Man, that's almost 4 years of support. Thanks, Nonstop. Welcome back to the DRM free community. Good to see you, dude. So, in answer to your question, Miranda, when I talked to them last time, they sort of felt like the oxygen had been sucked out of the room with Legend of Grimrock and 1 and 2. I mean, in a good way, like it's a great game, but it meant that it was harder for them to sort of take notice. But I think that I like this game a lot. I think that this game does things which Grimrock does not do. I think, if I were being dead honest, I'd say that Legend of Grimrock 2, which was my game of the year, I don't think these games are up to that level, but I think they're very good. And I think it's not unfair, but I think it's a small team. There's only 4 people on their entire team. And I think, I think that they almost perfected the model, so to speak, with Legend of Grimrock. But I think this is excellent. It does a lot of things very well. It handles the steampunky aspects really. It does things in a really cool way. And so, yeah, there's a lot of good parts to it. Okay, what is this over here? The Smeltery. Okay, I'm going to need that. Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Ooh, the stairs. Okay. So this is the workshop Smeltery. So we were just in the foundry. This is the Smeltery where we need to get ingots for that. Then we come back down here. We still need a cutter, which I'm hoping I can find in the Smeltery. I don't know what this is, what this is, what this is, and what this is. And I probably need to stop the hydroponics. I need to turn off the gas so I can get to that next section. So, yeah, exactly. Ambiance of the game is awesome. I totally agree with that. Oh, God, it's one of those. What is that? Can I hit that from here? Three tile range. It's not close enough. That's unfortunate. Well. No, it's not going to work because that thing's going to hit it. That's interesting. Can't shoot. I mean, my 3 tile thing is not going to work is the problem. Got to get rid of that dude, but I can't hit him with my current gun. What is this? Is this range of 4 tiles? What is this for? What do I have right now? I keep forgetting that I have that item too. I need to make sure I focus on. Four tile range. That sucks. So I have a 4 tile range on this. And my 4 tile range on this, I uses 2 ammo, so I need another ammo before I can try to shoot him. Well, makes my decision easy anyway. It means I have to go through here. So let me save the game at in workshop. Smeltery. Okay. This looks...
I need a key.
Rusty key. That looks like it's going to hurt. Smeltery and grinder. Ammo! Okay, good. Several broken spiders made their way into our cozy little workshop today for recycling. Never in my life did I have so many issues doing something so simple, I tell you. Since they started to make them from fumium, something is not quite right. We were able to shove the little ones into the grinders with some effort, but the big one, the shock spider, kicked and trashed about like crazy, and I assume that's thrashed, and we couldn't even move it. Its discharges were not that powerful, but I still had to send 3 of my people down to the infirmary just to be sure. If at least Runcraft or his department bothered with giving us some tool to fully and safely deactivate the machines, that'd be dandy. Corinne Steele, workshop supervisor. You damn right it'd be dandy. Okay. I am, however, extremely happy that I got the ammo, because now at least I can try to shoot that dude. Supreme Bureau, the perfect machine. I still don't even know whether it's going to work. Let's find out. No. Okay. So... I can't hit him from there. That's unfortunate. Okay, so I'm obviously going to have to figure out how to deal with that in another way. But that's fine. We will get to it. I'm going to assume this hurts me, right? That actually permadeath. Okay. Wow, really? Even more easy. One choice alone. Easy choices. Hey, Soul Assassin. I'm going till about 7, so I got another 2 hours I'm going for. Ah ha ha ha! Gadget damage upgrade. Behind some boards. Remember the Supreme Bureau's saying, we must knock on the doors of opportunity at every step of the way. To open up the path to a bright future, we must be persistent. Supreme Bureau Enlightenment pamphlets. I actually did not know you could find something behind there. What's up, Darksaber? How you doing, How you doing, man? Okay, yes, so I need to... I saw those boards elsewhere. I saw them elsewhere. And that means I need to look, because... right here... just sort of setting up for what's later. Okay. That's neat. Cool, cool. Alright. Oh my god. Are you okay, Saber? Acid Roach. Lovely. Lovely! Tremendous. Acid Roach. That's what I like to see. Yeah, there was... I saw a little sack behind one of those boards, I think, so... I did see that. The Acid Roach is nimble and dangerous. It can shoot balls of acid that explode on impact, dealing medium elemental damage and leaving acid on the ground. Acid deals continuous elemental damage and reduces your ability to regain integrity. Be on the move at all times around these roaches, as they can quickly hunt you down and eat through your armor with the acid. Great. Resistant to acid, naturally. Some cultivated roaches develop a splitting mechanism within their mandibles, probably due to a different kind of diet they were given in their infancy. Remember, folks, it's always our fault. Always our fault. How to get an instant headache 101.
Smelter.
Yeah, no kidding.
I could probably use this to make some fumium ingots. I'll need to fill it with some scrap and add a bit of fumium solution.
Okay, so I need to get... So, to get a fumium ingot right here, a steel ingot. Okay, fumium solution, plenty of scrap from the grinder. I don't think I have any scrap, do I? Don't believe I do. And then additives. Right, and it's inactive. I know, right? How many fingers am I holding up? 10! Okay, you need to go see someone now. Oh god, you jerk. What? Oh. Yeah, minion. Look at my minion. That's because I upgraded it. My minion is doing work. Yeah. Look at my minion. That is what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Look at my minion, people. Take a look at this minion. It's the only one I've got. Such a really good minion. He really likes to kill a lot. No, do. And I got 6 repair kits now. I'm doing well on the repair kits, for sure. Also, more ammo. Yes, please. And notes. Unstable leadership. Daniel Haskerman. Who are all these people? They have a ton of people in this game. Who the hell does she think she is? Laura Reich. She wiped the floor with me like I'm some clueless flathead. She said my theses had no scientific basis. Excuse me? Maybe she thinks she's the big shot here because her husband is the boss. Funny thing is that she only proves my theses. I'm more than convinced that fumium affects the human psyche in a very direct way. I only need to prove it with a proper study. Do I ever get the time and resources for that, though? Of course not. My findings would compromise the leadership of the whole project, I'm sure of it. Just think about it for a minute. What if we realize that this whole shebang is led by mentally unstable individuals? Daniel Haskerman's substance field research. Well, that is the case. As was proven to be true. Boy, I'm super happy with my minion right now. Super happy, super happy. Lots of damage, super happy. Okay, good.
I need a key.
I don't have that key, but I do have some key. I have a rusty key. And somewhere in this maze... Yeah, there we are. What is this place down here? Oh, the grinder. Grinder, and not like a sub or a hoagie. It's a whole different thing. Okay, so... How do I get to that? There's got to be a way to get to that. There's got to be a way to open that door. Hey, what's up, Awogaret? Hello. There's got to be a way to get into that thing, that place. No. I wonder if I can get there. I might get there this way and around. I think that might be the way to do it. So, okay. Let me go back and deal with the rusty key. Rusty key. That place I still can't get to, but I can get in here. Oh, crap. Shoot. Hey. Okay. Okay, come on, big guy. This guy takes a punch. There you go. And 13 ammo, baby. Giving me 19 ammo now. That is what I like to see. Thanks to my minion for a bit of an assist on that. He was just waiting back there. More 28 ammo. Oh my goodness. The ammo is real. I love it.
I'm screwed. I've never felt this helpless in my life.
Oh, that's cool, Coven. I
Laura
hope you're
Wright
okay.
just told me she's going to move me down to the deep miner quarters. They'll retain me to work as a miner to gather samples and material from the Fumium core. Me, a frigging miner. That's a job for a brain-dead ape, not the nephew of a minister, damn it. The thing is, there's nobody to appeal to. Director Wright won't even hear me out, and I can't just go up to the office and send a telegram away. And what would I even say? Dear Uncle, I've wrecked samples worth a fortune on several occasions, missed deadlines on virtually every single assignment I got, and now I'm getting transferred to the mining station. Please overrule that, because I'm nice and handsome? He'd kill me with his own bare hands. Laura mentioned another option. Testing teleportation routes. That seems like a dream job compared to that filthy, stupid mining stuff. Maybe I can still make a good impression after all.
That's exactly what she hoped he was going to say when sending him on this teleport.
Poor soul. You helped us move forward a lot. But at what cost?
But at what cost? Okay. I'm so excited about this ammo. There's gotta be this brick wall. Really? Oh, man. So excited there for a moment. No, that's definitely... No. That is 100% a secret wall. I have to find it. Oh my god, really? Okay. Okay. Inactive needs power? Question mark. Yeah, I know, right? Also inactive needs power. Needs power. Yeah. Something is going to come out of there. Out with the old, welcome the new. I need things to cut through there, which I can't yet do. Nice. Outstanding. Good work, minion. Okay. One of the things that I've learned from watching some games that are not even of this type, but other sorts of games, well, is that health really is its own resource, you know? Like, health is something you need to think about separately as its own kind of thing. And it's important, can't move that, can I? Yeah. Bad. Okay. Come on. Take him out. Shoot, too early. Nice. Nice. Worth. Totally worth. Okay, good. Still got one of these dudes around here. I see you. There's one more of those over there someplace. We'll see what that does to that pit in a minute. Oh my god, really? That's funny. Okay, I still have that brick. Okay. That's annoying. Thought that brick would work. Apparently not. I did, and thank you, Coven, for doing the right thing. It was the I voted sticker. I approve, of course, as you might expect. Okay, I've got 5 repair kits, 3 energy. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well with that. Okay. Let me do this here before I take any chances. Nice. I took 10 points of damage total from that guy. Look at all that.
Here we go. Just what I've been looking for.
Welding torch. That's what I need to get through those areas. Aw, yeah. Sweet. Okay. Safety barriers. Boss, I thought we already dealt with the safety barriers. The last time there was a fire up in the labs, the system went crazy and shuttered all of them, even in unaffected places. We couldn't get to our tools and supplies for 2 days because they had built the damn barriers on the storage rooms, too. We had to cut through the thick metal with torches. Good things a few welder drones happened to be stuck in there with us. And today I saw Diggins guys assembling a new barrier. Does anybody from the construction division have any idea what they're doing? Victor Baskerville Maintenance Unit. I love the fact that nobody here likes anybody. Like, everyone you read about just hates everything all the time. Okay, I am super excited that we've got a questing tool. I'm gonna have to start dropping some of this stuff soon. That's an interesting thing. Interesting thing for people to be upset about. I'm super excited about this. Because I can now break through the barrier, break on through to the other side. Dun, 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 dun. Still can't get through to that. Yeah, how do I turn that? Yeah. Oh. Well, I feel dumb. I was just overthrowing it. Okay. Alrighty. Ooh. Sting! What? Okay, first of all, critical damage modifier. Yes, please. Wait. I have to take all this. Unique one-hand damage. Has a chance to apply damage. Okay, wait. Do I have... There's a dagger in here somewhere? 13 damage. On weapon hit has 30% chance to apply acid effect. 35% damage to organic enemies. Lasts 5 seconds. Deals 9.8 elemental damage per second. Reduces target's healing and repairing. +2 precision, +7% resist. Oh, hell yes. 100%. Okay. Is there something I can get rid of that I don't need? Wrench, 8 damage. I probably need a damage, don't I? Alright, so... I'm pretty sure the rats belong to Matt. He must have smuggled a pair of these rodents into the tower somehow. In any case, Laura knows about them now, and I think she'll make good use of them. Jane Shane, Substance Field Assistant. Yes, indeed. I am always going to be using a weapon called Sting. You better believe it. Even though it does less damage than my Iron Sword by 3, everything else about it is better. Because this gives me... It's the same 35% damage. It has a 30% chance to do way more damage, +2 precision, and 7% resistance. So, pretty much in every way except 3 less damage. What's love got to do? Well, what about the classic? We don't need another hero. We don't need the way to go home. All we want is left beyond the Thunderdome. Does it glow in the presence of Goblinkind? I feel like it's going to be doing nothing but doing that, actually. To be honest with you. Okay. Wish I could... Can I delete games also? I can. Okay, good. Delete. 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 A lot of autosaves. Okay. How much of the spider taunt song do you know? I don't know if I know any of it. Wow.
Like a hot knife through butter.
Hell yeah.
Ah, the sweet, warming tones of the astral strings that vibrate throughout the ageless, endless void. There, among the stars. The cosmic breeze that brings the ravishing chants of knowledge.
So I do not, Kevin.
Old as time itself. I keep falling through these vortexes to the darkest depths of space, where colors are heard and scents are seen. I can still hear the song, long after the phonograph stopped playing. It's time we began our vigil, for the age of humankind is only a prelude of what's to come.
These people are
What?
messed up.
This is my phonodiary, but I have no memory of ever saying these words. What the hell was I even babbling on about? Astral strings, vortexes, age of ravishing, whatever. I recall Diana Winters.
Oh yeah, old fat
insisting that I
spider sitting a
played some
tree.
recordings of the Fumium Core.
Old
but
fat spider,
really,
actually.
I must have been drunk out of my mind to record such crap.
That stuff happens a lot. Old fat spider, can't see me. Attercup, down you drop. You never catch me up my tree. Old Tom Noddy, old big body. Old Tom Noddy, can't find me. Attercup, down you drop. You'll never catch me up your tree. I don't think that second line's right, but... There we go. Break on through to the other side. Yeah. Attercop, yep. Okay, I have got many areas. Let me take a look. Not that one. Right there, that'll let me cut through that wall. What else? There are two, I can cut through that wall. And there, I can cut through that wall. Oh man, I am excited to go back to these places and find out what's in here. In the construction bay, doesn't look like we have anything to cut through there. Whoops. There's actually one spot there that I never went to, the testing facility. I wonder why. I wonder what I left out there. I may have been on the run for something, maybe? But anyway. Okay. What is this thing? Okay. Wonder if I could shoot that with a Fumium gun. That's a big no. Well... Wow. I knew someone who used to be a big fan of palindromes also. Oh, great. I have to get to that side of the room, huh? Ow! Okay, that's not it. Oh, shoot. Come on. Okay. The singing core and its music, huh? I feel like I'm losing it too at times. Lorca Reich requested Liam's whole work today. By the way, where is Liam? Haven't seen him in days. Anyway, I can't give the arias to Laura alone, at least not the whole thing. She can't usurp the knowledge all for herself. Fortunately, she charged me with collecting all of Liam's notes and logs of his observations. Before I hand them over, I must make copies, to save at least parts of the ancient message lying dormant for millions of years on the seabed. What is it singing to me? What does it want to tell me, to show me? Diana Winters, Chief Engineer, Audio Analysis Team. Okay, what else did I get? Oh, looks like I got another brick. Ah, it freezes them in place. Interesting. Okay. So, it freezes them in place. Oh, okay. That, I think, does it. Okay, so... Can't destroy it, huh? I was hoping I could destroy it. I was like, hey, that would be useful. That's going to kill me instantly, so that's not going to work. I still need this brick on here. Okay. I have to figure out how to get that. You hear the singing nearby, the so-called singing. That's not going to do it. Does that do anything? I need to get where I can get past this. No, it doesn't do anything. Okay. So that gets me here, but that does that, but I don't know what the point of that is. Presumably I need that for some reason, but I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Because of this. Because that's why. Logical. What? Oh, really? Okay, so let's see. So if I go through here, and I hit this button, and then I hit this button. That opens that. But then I have to get... What? But then how do I... Okay. Right. Okay, then... Okay, that allows me to go this way, up, and over. There we go. The problem is this. It's behind him. Ooh, what is that? Switches your position with an enemy in front of you. That's pretty slick. Okay. I am now officially out of room. Do I have anything that I can use that I can give up? I need the welding torch. Iron sword. Regular war sword. Do I have anything that does 35% damage? I have to get rid of my iron sword, unfortunately. Actually, you know what? No. That's silly. I can get rid of one of these things. I really don't need these. Rather have that than not have the weapon. Fumium projections. Fumium projection experiment, day 42. The original estimate of working on the functional prototype was 2 weeks. The expected unexpected complications have caused a 4-week delay. We've managed to create static projections with fairly predictable properties, and that's all great. But, of course, there's a but. We have yet to solve the other problem, how to get rid of them. So far, we've been unable to decompose a single projection, and we should already have been testing live ones by this time. I'm sure we'll come up with a solution eventually. For the time being, Runcraft's lent us his newest gadget, the Switcher. At least we can move around a little if you can call it that. Corinne Steele, Workshop Supervisor. Ah! So, to get past that dude, we have to switch in front of him. Okay. Seems legit. Alright, well then... Yeah, so I am going to do this then. And both of them. I want to save... I want to have a little bit more space. Okay, and then the... Sorry for the quick inventory management. Okay. All right.
Whoa. This always gives me the shivers. Crafty Runcroft once again proved his genius. Putting the whole teleportation technology into this tiny gadget is no small feat. Sure, the distance is pretty minimal, but still, what a handy thing.
I would say that's handy, all right. Okay, I don't need to go back there. Okay. That's cool. That is very much a use when needed thing. Okay. But that's cool, though. Okay, let's save that. Okay. So now we can move up and around. I think next order of business. Do we have a key? We have not gotten one, but we got that other thing, which we really needed. I'm very excited about that. So we can, once we're done with this, when we get back to the other level where there's an elevator, we're going to want to go down there and make sure that we do what we can with that elevator, because there's a bunch of places where we can open up areas, and that is going to be important once we get through this. Jeez, Coven. Okay, let's see. Out with the old, welcome the new. Jeez, that's charming. Can also get past this dude over there now, when we need to. Oh, this now has power. Okay. Oh, shoot. Jerk. The good thing about that is that I'm going to get bullets. So I will take that, even though you hit me and freaked me out a little bit. Oh, crap. Yes. Success. My minion doing the work. I took like 10 points of damage. That's it. Okay. Starting to feel this come together, chat. In the workshops. The future is born. I love these like Soviet era style. That's cool too. 34 ammo now. Raccoons and roaches. Didn't I say it? That Jane Shane person is feeding my fruit to giant roaches. Why does it have to be roaches? I wouldn't put up with such dirty, nasty beasts in my house. Once a pair of raccoons made their home in my attic. We got along well. I used to bring them food. But then the pair grew to about 50 little marauders and they were throwing parties every single night. I think they even had a bouncer. When I wanted to go up, they wouldn't let me in. I told them, this ain't gonna work. If you keep this up, you'll have to go. See, I tended to them, cared for them, I was generous, and that's what I got back in return, boy oh boy. But the roaches now, you. If I bumped into one somewhere out there, I'd be scared out of my wits. Geraldine Knight, catering supervisor. Hey, Garrett. Okay, good. All of that is good. I am glad that I have restocked my ammo. Oh boy. Great. Okay. 2 of them. Okay. Alright. Okay, then that goes... Okay. No, no way. Definitely don't go that way, chat. Yeah, they are all insane. I mean, it pretty much says that they are, too. How do I deal with that? I know, right? It's true. It is. Like, who, like, seriously, who designs these things? There's got to be something with the fact that that thing is there. What does that do? Why does it do it, more importantly? Oh, wait, I think I see a button. I see a button, chat. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't see a button. I take it back. Don't see a button at all. I saw that over there, and I thought that was something. What the heck is the point of this? Oh, unless you can throw a brick there, maybe? I'll bet that's what it is. Okay. I wonder if I... Okay, hang on a second. That doesn't do it. I thought that was going to do it. They're not in the game, it's true. Okay, so I feel like it's got something to do with that. Like, I go up there. Like that. What does that do? What is the point of doing that? What is the point of doing that? I threw it, and I'm pretty sure it clicked. Oh, it stops the second to last one. You're right, Geester. Nice. I didn't even see that. Okay, cool. Nope. Okay, when does it move, though? Okay. Step one. What? One, yeah. Oh, it doesn't move at all. Nice. I know, right? Well, not in this huge combat rig. Okay. Nice, and that's the grinder key, yep.
I understand, I always have. Laura's unceasing passion, that charming, childlike gleam in her eyes, that's why I fell in love with her and probably also married her. But now I'm afraid it's getting out of control, or rather taking full control over her. Despite my direct order, she goes out of her way to keep the research going, and so do the people on her team. I warned her. I can turn a blind eye to some minor incidents and mishaps, but the pace she has set is furious. And if something serious happens, will I be an uncompromising warden of the greatest project the world has ever seen, or a loving husband ready to protect his dearest ones? I just don't want her to put me on the spot and force my hand. I feel like I'm losing her somewhere in there.
Well, you were. You are accurate, sir. Although it is interesting that you could start with this game, and you could technically, from that point, you could really play. You could start with this game and then play through to the other one, and chronologically, it would make the story work. The only problem is that this one has obviously introduces things that the first game didn't have, and so that's kind of, you know, it'd be sort of weird to go back that way. But otherwise, I mean. Okay, good. So that opens up the grinder. I haven't been up there yet. Yep. Crap. Okay. That's one of those things down. I know I saw another thing somewhere around here. I know. They basically, like, took off so that they concede the level and show up at the worst possible moment. That's basically how I see this. It's going to be bad, is all I'm going to say. There you are. Hey. Oh, crap. Guys are fast, but I was faster. Nice. 8 repair kits. I really like how much we're building up the repair kits here, so that's good. Low on energy, but I have 3 energy kits for that too, so I'm feeling pretty good at the moment. Need to take care of this grinder key, and I need to find out what's over here. Oh, actually, I think I know what's over here. This is the guy, the projection, but I can get past him now because of the switcher that I got. So... Oh, hi there, jerkweed. You missed with your kick. Oh, there's 2 of you. That's a problem. Okay. Damn it. Jerk. Okay, it's plenty. I have repair kits, so... Oh, my minion's doing the work. Yes! That could have been much worse. I only used 1 repair kit in that whole set. What's up, Stargamer? Okay. That's good. Okay, good, 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 good. So we released a whole bunch of crap on this level, but it's okay. That's all right. I am at full health with 8 repair kits, so that's okay. My minions are doing exactly what I want to. The reason that I'm doing that in this case was because I can't get close to them in melee combat when I'm down a hallway soul. Because when I get close to them, they kick me back out of range and I can't get an attack off on them, a melee attack. Plus, they do damage to me when they kick me. So I can only deal with them. If I'm in a room like this, I can dance around them. But if I'm in a hallway like that, I'm stuck. So that's why I had to do that. It is too bad that this gun uses... not that one. That this gun that I have... up here, not that one, this one, does 45 damage, that it uses 2 ammo, but yeah, so that's why. Otherwise, if I'm dancing around, I'm just using melee, obviously, but I cannot in this situation. That's why I needed those minions, and... crap, who shot me? Okay, so here's a good example of that, actually. Now you're screwed because I can move around this dude. So now there's no reason for me to use anything else. Yeah, in a room like this where I'm just square dancing with one of these guys are not a threat. But if I've got down a hallway or if I've got a couple of them at once, that's a problem. Also, notice when that's happening to him, I'm doing acid damage. Yes, and I gained a level. I didn't even know I was close. Okay, good. That's freaking sweet. All right, here we go. Now, armor. Each rank increases your overall durability. Or this, minions. Yep. More minion damage. Next one is this. When a minion dies, it explodes, dealing area damage to nearby enemies. Oh, yeah. And when a minion destroys an enemy, it has a chance to replicate itself at the enemy's position. Hell yes. Exactly, Mr. Aridin, exactly. Whoops. The thing I want to say about that, though, Mirinda, is that I would agree with you normally, but the level is set up in such a way that it's very rare. Like, these scenarios are much less likely than... Even in Legend of Grimrock 1, you could do more dancing around, I think, than you've been able to do, that I've been able to do in this game. So, actually, I want to save them under something else. So that's what I would say about that. I think it's a different kind of... I don't think the dancing problem is as significant as it is in some cases. Mm-hmm. This is such an ambush room. Okay. Here we go. Locker. Locker? There's going to be creatures and turrets and... What the heck? Yeah, exactly. Juggle cooldowns. Exactly right. Exactly right, man. What do I put in this locker? Oh, what do we have here?
Pushgun. Kareen Steele told me about this toy. Now I need some spiders to create enough scrap for the smelter.
Oh, great. Okay. Spiders, huh? Okay. Yeah, man. Not exactly a wonder of technology or anything like I was expecting, but it will suffice. Runcraft sent us one of his newest inventions, if you can call it that. A sonic resonance amplifier and some other clever words I can't even pronounce. Everybody calls it the push gun anyway. Better than nothing. At least we don't have to get too close to the spiders when filling the grinders. As a safety precaution, we've rigged the doors to only open when the gun is safely put in one of the containers so that it never leaves the grinder room. Oh. Well, that's... as a safety precaution. What the hell is that supposed to mean? So I need to get some spiders in here. Where am I going to get a bunch of spiders? Do I even want to know the answer to that question? No, you can't jam the door. But what I'm wondering about, though, is how you activate the spiders, because... There's the grinder, all right. This isn't even powered up yet. Alright, well, there's one thing up there that I wasn't able to get into before, which I should be able to get into now, so... Yeah, it sure does, Geezer, it's true. Smeltery, right? Need scrap for that. Okay. So that up here is where I need to go. Oh, wait. I don't remember that being open before. It's not powered, though, so it doesn't do me any good. This thing right here. Okay, so I need to turn on the switcher, which is right here. Got it. That's the good news. The bad news is, what did that do for me? So, okay, so that fireball will kill me instantly. I need to move that guy out of the way so that this can activate. The question is, how do I do that? If I switch back with him... If I switch back with him, then I have to... Let me see, yeah. If I switch back with him, then... I don't know that I can get there in time. Maybe I can. Okay, so... Shoot. That didn't work. Because it's 1, 2, 3... It's 1, 2, 3 back. I don't know that I have time for that. Nope. Timed it wrong. Timed it wrong again. No, I don't show that again, please, ever. Okay. Aha! Did it. Okay, now. Yes! Ha 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 ha! Indeed. Okay. So now what we do is... Now I'm in the way instead of him being in the way. Success! Fire is turned off, people. The fire has been turned off. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to you. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, it did. Which, you know, I'm sort of like, oh, thanks. But then I'm like, shut up. I'm fine. All right? Okay, I don't need that anymore. Okay. Huzzah! All right, good. So now that that's all taken care of, thank you, my friend. There's a secret area anywhere. Those are weird, those projections. Okay. Saved. Not at all a boss fight. Christ. What? Yes. Whew. Okay, first of all, energy upgrade. Permanently increase your energy. And I need a fumium solution. I need that fumium solution for... Oh, shoot. Okay. I need that fumium solution. Alright, it's time to get rid of some of this stuff. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Those are... The rest of those things are things that I could theoretically use, but... Okay. Whew. Good. Seed of Doubt. Haskerman and his insights. Oh my. The guy should be studying the substance and its practical use. But all he does is lament about how it affects our minds, our thinking, our very thoughts. I would entertain the possibility that research like that could, maybe, somehow, someday, be of some use, but the way he goes about it is just wrong. Accusing Laura of willingly opening her arms to Fumium to be taken over and taken control of? Really? That's the conclusion now? Are you some kind of award-winning psychologist who can read people's minds? It's just laughable. I don't care about what people believe. I care about data. And in this case, I must admit the data is interesting. It's actually the reason I'm writing this down. After all, there may be some truth to it. Of course, not to the degree Haskerman claims, but enough for a seed of doubt. James Kroll, Deputy Foreman of Manufacturing. Okay. I needed that Fumium alloy mixture, so I guess... So I needed the alloy mixture, and I needed the scrap. So, I think... I don't remember what the deal was with that room over there. I'm going to have to go back and check. Otherwise, I think I'm out of luck here. Although, I have found some other things in other areas. So I'm going to need some... Oh, you know what? I wonder if... I don't think I can get scrap... Can I get scrap from destroying my projections? My own minions? I doubt it, right? I hadn't even thought about that, but I guess I should go check that out. Oh, shoot! That dude's moving now! Oh, you bastard. Wow. Wow, so the projections can move now? That's great. Great, tremendous. That's tremendous. Oh man, there's one more dude back there who has that also. Woo, that's going to suck. I for a minute, I was looking at it too, and I'm like, he looks like he's standing differently, and I'm like, nah, it just must be my imagination. Nope. Not my imagination. Wow. Alright, well, I gotta go back down there. And when I do, I'm gonna deal with this dude down here. That's freaking crazy talk, man. Tower is so creepy. Also, I have other things to find elsewhere now that I can get access to some of those places, but... It's still inactive. Yeah, I thought I got that. Whoa, I'm just able to do that? Oh, toughness fuse. Yes, please, increase my toughness. What is that? Okay, wait a second. Okay, first of all. Good. And then what is this thing? Assault Vestment. Causes your direct attacks to deal bonus damage based on the target's missing integrity. On any direct hit, deals 5% of target's missing integrity as bonus physical damage. Maximum of 25 bonus damage. So the more you hit it, the more damage it does. So wait. This thing... What? Maximum integrity. +1 combat, +1 tech. It reduces my toughness. It increases my combat and my tech. That's awfully good. I'd still prefer a heavy rig, a unique heavy rig to this, but having said that... What? Okay, wait. It's a lot of integrity, though. Might be worth it. I'll think about it. What is this, though? Debilitator. Unique two-handed war sword. Causes enemies to take more damage from all sources for a limited time. 46 damage. Applies effect on weapon hit. Lasts 7 seconds. Target takes 15% more damage from all sources. Wow. The thing is, though... Well, okay, first of all, one thing we can say for sure, that if I've got that... a blade weapon as opposed to that does more damage and lasts 7 seconds. Yeah, so we definitely do not need a regular war sword if we've got that. Also, I mean, target takes 50% more damage means that it's also probably going to be better than that. Yeah, certainly more than that. So... that is a nice, a very, very nice. Pardon me while I play inventory Tetris for a minute here. That's really nice. I'd like to be able to use that shield someday when I grow up. This is a nice sword too. Yeah. Keep the combat integrity. I may want to have the extra integrity possible, but man, having the assault, like basically doing more damage while I'm doing all that, plus the extra tech, which will be helpful with my minions, it's awfully hard to pass up. It's a nice little place right here. I am glad that I got in there. That was just a complete, you know, me just giving it a shot, just seeing what was out there. Okay, so on we go. I wonder if, you know what I just thought of? I wonder if I can put it in here. Yep. 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 Okay. I'll gladly take more ammo. And a phonodiary.
Director Reich is leaving. The only other man with some semblance of stature around here. Well, a foot soldier who happened to be picked by the Supreme Bureau to become a war hero. Every war needs a hero. If there's none, you have to make one. People have a need for fairy tales. Standard politics. And if anybody thinks his position here is earned in any way, they're helplessly naive. It's just dumb luck, nothing else. In comparison, my ability to withstand the stress of teleportation has nothing to do with luck. It's just sheer mental prowess. Where others have failed, left broken in their minds and bodies, I shine. And now, I'm to play centerpiece in the latest teleport chain experiment. After all the mishaps, I finally found my place. I'll finally make a name for myself. Soon.
Sadly, that was not to be. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Is this where we get the spiders? I'll bet it is. Here we go. What the Christmas? Wait a minute. Oh, I'm moving the spider. Interesting. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is crazy. Okay. What on earth? Then you go back here. And then how do I Oh, I see it. Yep. Down this way and then left. Oh, great. What was the... Oh, I see it. What? Okay, so... Right, so it goes... Up. Up. Left. Ah! See, I wish you could queue it up, but you can't really. I wish you could queue it up, but you can't. Yes. Okay. Okay, and then... Nope, nope. What? I waited too long. You know what? I want you to reset. There we go. And one more.
Okay, there should be plenty of walking metal back in the
Yeah!
car, just waiting to be scrapped.
All right. Time to go get some scrap, chat. Very interesting. Okay. Right, just making sure. Scooby. Oh, no fumium. Darn it. Come on, man. Okay, that's not... Wait, what? No, that wasn't the last save. Really? That was my last save? Wow, okay. I could have sworn I saved it under something else, but...
Okay, there should be plenty of walking metal back in the grinder. Just waiting to be scrapped.
God damn it. That's frustrating. Okay, let's not... Jeez. This is the stupidest way, by the way, to grind spiders I could conceivably imagine. Like, how dumb do you have to be? God, why do I keep doing that? Ah. Stupidest thing. I just... Why would you ever do that? Why is this a thing? Why is this at all a thing? God, stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay.
Phew, that should do it. I think the smelter is filled with enough scrap now.
God, what the freak, man? It's interesting that it only works inside this room. Which is, you know, clever girl. Alright. Alright. Jeez. Alright, I already got the Fumium alloy. Okay, scrap is in there. Okay. Achievement unlocked. What did I get? Alloy Alchemist. Create the Fumium ingots for the forge.
Good. I think that's all I need for the foundry downstairs.
Okay. So now I go back down to the foundry. Okay. A cool level, though. Like, really interesting bunch of ideas here, but... Okay. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. Hey, what's up, Lone Wolf? Glad you're back from voting. I'm doing all right. I'm going to be checking, you know, getting dinner and checking returns myself once we get to the top of the hour, but otherwise I'm having fun. I'm glad you voted. Was your voting, was your polling place busy, Lone Wolf? Good. So now we have the foundry. We also have a bunch of things to open up. Down here, I think we've got... Now when you got there, you hit the slow time? Right, that's probably true, Marinda, probably. Although it depends on which states get called, honestly. Okay, so I've got a couple of places where I can check these things out. Where am I right now? I'm way the hell over there. Okay, I am in the foundry. Okay. Yep. Yes. Oh, you bastard. Are you kidding me? Wow. It's good because of the extra bullets, but geez. Okay. Still okay. Right, the foundry. I'm going to get to that, but I want to open up these other places too. Oh, and there's also that as well, I guess. And there's storage. Okay, I may want to go check out storage before I do anything else. Oh, that's good. Well, yeah, well, okay. I'm not going to get into a political analysis, except I'll say lower... There was a lot of early voting. Over 100 million people voted this time early, which is... and it just never happened. It's incredible. So that's all good stuff, basically, but I won't say any more. Going to, because the minute I open that up, that could trigger other things, and so I want to get whatever is available in this quote storage before I do any of that. Oh god, I forgot about this thing. Yep, I agree. Which is good, obviously. Okay. Can get through this now, because I have the welding torch, whatever, cutting torch thing. What the f... Oh. Bad, bad, bad. That thing is terrifying. What the hell is that? We are going to use a repair drone there. I mean, a repair kit. Cutter drone? The hell's a freaking cutter drone? Except bad. The Cutter drone is an offshoot of the Ray drone with a similarly devastating Ray attack, but the Ray activates only periodically, firing out in 4 different directions at once. Avoid getting trapped in a corner and stay aside from the drone's line of fire. Well, yeah. Cutter drones are a natural evolution of the Ray drone model, serving in areas where brute cutting force is preferred over microscopic precision. I guess. Oh, wow. Weapon damage upgrade. Yes, please. We were hauling some Cutter drone. We were hauling some crates from the workshops down to the docks yesterday. Boys in the Fumium Corps were supposed to take them from there. For a second, I lost balance and the crate slipped from my grip and broke into pieces. Guess what was in it? A Cutter drone. The same thing we use in the workshop. This one came alive and started to fly around me. I was never so scared in my life. You know what these things can do, right? The Ray cuts through wooden planks like knife through butter. It just kept circling around me, observing my every move. Dude, I was so helpless. If it had turned on the Ray, if only for a second, not even an exo-rig would have done anything about it. I had no idea what to do. Do I run? Do I hunker down? Do I stand as still as a stone? Will the beast stand down, or will that provoke an attack? Then Runcraft showed up and shut the damn thing down. I was never so happy to see that old grump. But if he hadn't been there... One thing's for sure, though. No crate will ever slip from my hands again. Victor Baskerville, Maintenance Unit. Jeez, I guess. What if I just did that for those upgrades? Oh, no, I didn't. What is that? Oh, propeller mold! Excellent. I need that.
I should be able to put both molds to use back at the foundry.
And I have the alloy now. Well, thank you very much, Diggins. I hope you had loads of fun. Thank you. Yesterday, Harriman came in to see me, saying he'd like to watch me assemble a propeller for his submarine, breathing down my neck and commenting on every procedure the whole time. What exact ratio between steel and fumium should go into the alloy? What exact force the power hammer should use? I only wish for one thing, to shove that dummy into the grinder, and for you to go dumb so you could never send that mannequin my way ever again. Brett Lindman, Metallurgist. These people get along so well. Such a non-toxic work environment, honestly. And that should open that. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay, so that just leaves this thing down there to deal with. Then I've got that other thing lower down in the elevator, but I can worry about that in a minute. Right, here we have the submarine. But... save that. Got another one of these. It's like the classic Metroid thing of getting the thing you need to get to the next area. It's super satisfying. Super satisfying. Okay, and that will lead me around... there. Okay, good. I will gladly take another energy thing for sure. That's all that's there. That's all that's there. Okay. Great. Oh god, I'm screwed. Ow. These things suck. Okay, I need to get back to where that one was. I've got one of them left, I think, because there were two of them I saw. I swear there was one other one somewhere. I swear I saw two. There it is. Don't walk right into him. Okay. I saw you. Yeah, that's right, jerk. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Switch off of that. Those guys are really rough. Those guys are really, really rough to deal with. Alright, let's make sure that I got everything I needed there. I broke through here. I did this. I turned that on. Now I can get the plating that I need for the submarine.
Great! I should be able to patch up my submarine's hull with this.
Okay, so I can patch up the hull, I can put the propeller in the mold, and I can put that in the foundry. Good, 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 good. All right, now this back here is the foundry. And I need to go there to make the other thing that I need. Okay, cool. Oh, gamer, you got what I need. You say he's just a friend. Okay. I apologize to everyone here for having brought up that song. There's no need for that kind of behavior. I did get that already, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, great. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got rid of one of them. See, I had to use a lot of ammo on those dudes because otherwise you just get smoked by them. There's just no real way to get around them because of that area effect thing that they've got. Which also, incidentally, Marinda, cuts down on the whole dancing approach that you were talking about. Whoops. Yeah, true. can't use any more. Okay. Nice. Okay. Things came down beyond that would be difficult. What cuts down on dancing is the area effect things that some of the enemies have, where they'll like they can do something which basically creates around them like a, I don't know what it is, what is it, a 9 square radius, I guess, around where they're standing, and that also cuts down on the sort of dancing effect. All right, now that I got rid of those dudes, now I should be able to get up to the foundry, he said, hopefully. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Achievement
Nice.
unlocked.
The submarine should swim like a dolphin with this piece.
Forge the propeller. All right, we got the hull and the propeller. Okay. Put the plating back on. Okay, we did that. Okay. So, good. Now we have to charge the submarine. And we have to decontaminate the hydroponics bay and get food rations. But, yeah, we have to charge that, which we don't have yet. But, we don't have a submarine elevator key for the power plant yet. So we can take that elevator down and then head over. Serious progress, chat. Very serious progress. Workshop Foundry, yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, now we head down. And there's a couple places down there that we could open, I know, now that we have the cutter. Okay. So here we are in the construction bay. Wait. Requires a vault key. I don't have that. It's the construction bay. Oh, but that'll get me to a regular elevator. That'll get me to a regular elevator, which will then allow me to go up and back. So let's see. Testing facility. That does not have any of... Okay. I still don't know why I didn't go down there. I'll have to double check that at some point if I have to, but okay. I did that. Hydroponics. That's the place right there that I need to cut through that wall. So elevator and then go around. So I should be able now to get to the personnel elevator, which is right there. Yeah. Still don't have the vault key. So if I go to the personnel elevator... Okay. Pork rinds, but chicken. That's pretty good. Chicken skin is tasty. All right, if I go down here and then over here, then that will allow me to cut through that. Don't have a storage wing key, and I feel that was my I'm suspicious thing, and I need the gas. I gotta get rid of that. So let's save there. No, I imagine it is. Okay, this is the thing that we couldn't get to before. Yep. Crap. Hello? One at a time, boys. Man, that chair. Just kick that chair out of the way. Nice. Okay. Probably going to use a repair kit here. Don't take any chances. Alright. We got mechanic gloves, plus 30 max integrity. The problem with that, though, is that it doesn't give me the +1 combat or precision, so I don't think it's worth it. That right there reduces incoming damage by 4. Again, not good enough, honestly. Ooh, regular mantle. Plus 120 max integrity. Plus 3 combat. Oh, man. Okay, well, one thing for sure. We can get rid of that. Okay. So this is just not worth it. These gloves are just not worth it compared to what I have. This is hard, though, because... the assault vestment, dealing 5% of a target's missing integrity as bonus physical damage, is going to be a big deal later. Having that plus 120 max integrity and plus 3 combat, though, is awfully sweet. So, I think I'm going to hold on to that for the moment, but... that's interesting. Where might those lead? Yep. Easy every time. Oh, what the freak is that? Okay, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Great roach. That's, no, that's, listen, tell me. I mean, that's definitely what I want, is a great roach in my life. Okay. Go get him. No, no, no. No, 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 my guy. He's right there, bro. Yeah! Double teaming the roach, baby. Good job, minion. They just keep coming up with new ones. Okay, Great Roach. The Great Roach might be slow and cumbersome, but its dual attack deals heavy physical damage, and its strong chitinous armor makes it a moving fortress. That's great. When threatened, it hunkers down, protecting its fronts and sides with barbed wire-like layers, taking less damage and returning it back onto melee attackers. However, this defensive stance leaves its backside exposed and vulnerable. Best bet is to pummel the roach for range, wait for it to hunker down, and then hit it from behind, resistant to push. While most roaches stop growing after about 3 years from birth, some just keep growing and growing. Diet seems to be key to this. Okay. We are close to leveling up, so... Okay, that leads to air conditioning, and we need to get into air conditioning, chat. We need to get into air conditioning. Wait, is that a ladder? It is a ladder. What the hell is that? The hive? There's a hive. It seems really bad. Okay, wait. We're not going to do that right now. We will deal with this, whatever this hive is, later. We're not going to deal with that right now. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. Now that I know that that's where that is... to hive. We'll worry about that once we're finished with this level, because now I can get to the air conditioning and deal with what's going on here, so... Okay. If I can. Well, that's still locked in place. So maybe the only way I can get there is by doing the hive. I'll bet that's the case. Shoot. I'll bet that's what it is. I'll bet I have to go through the hive. That's great. That's just great. That's just ducky. The Florida Spider Pusher Union. Right, that's how. Right. I still need air conditioning. Air conditioning facility, right. So that would be this, wouldn't it? Probably has to go to the floor above. Wow. Okay. Well. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, man. The hive. Nothing about that sounds good. Carve in hive. That's great. Not literally in the hive, let it be known. Because no. Yep. Ow, ow, ow. So close to leveling. I'm going to save it. I do have a repair kit, but I really would love to save it if I could. God damn it. Shoot. This is really bad. I just want to save that one. I don't want to deal with the one thing. I stand corrected. This may not work, though, because it may be that he's just standing right there. Yep. I leveled up. I just leveled up. Oh, my goodness. I just leveled up. Oh, man. Okay. Increase to rank 4. Yes, please. It really was super close. I mean, I had, you know, like, I had some backup plans in terms of saves and stuff, but, like... Man, that was very, very close. Got to save my repair kit, though. So now I have... Oh, notes. From Daniel Haskerman. Too late. Yes, we can achieve miracles with Fumium, but the substance is also quite volatile and unpredictable. Something in it alters one's psyche, and we're putting it in everything. Get it? Everything we make in this tower. What if it affects me as well? What if it's already too late and I'm going to end up like that Winters or the other nut jobs? What if Fumium... Well, I have to verify it first. I'll let you know if I find something. Have to verify it. Sure you do, boss. Okay. And let's see. Let's move around here. So there's a hive of those dudes. That's great, by the way. That's really great. Those things. A hive of those guys. I mean, I can't imagine what could go wrong. Oh, look at this. Please give me more integrity. Yes. Okay. Advanced blowtorch. Okay, that means I can get rid of my basic blowtorch. And advanced servo booster. Gain melee speed for a limited time. Basic zapper, basic projector. I really would like a better projector. Okay. Basic acid, like a basic. Okay. The only thing that's not good right now is my ammo situation is not great. It's the only problem, but... Trying to think if there's anything, one of these things that's worth holding on to or not. But I don't need the basic blowtorch when I have that. That's actually better than any other weapon that I've got at the moment. The melee speed is interesting, but probably not necessary. 35 seconds, 40%. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe in a boss fight. Possibly, but... Okay. Oh, okay, good. That's good. I didn't want to repair. Oh, that was close. You jerk. Okay. Any more of those roaches by chance? I just got this thing. I'm like, oh great, and then the first thing I see is completely invulnerable to it. Okay, I already got that. It's an acid roach, great. I'm going to kill that, and then we're going to wrap for today. Got it. Oh my goodness. It is getting real in here, chat. It's getting real. Okay. This looks complicated and looks like there's a lot going on with it, and so I'm not going to do this for now, but we are going to position ourselves so I have half a chance of knowing where the hell I'm going the next time I actually play. Alright, let's do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And save in 2 different spots, because that's always a good idea. Alright, chat. Well, that is going to do it for me. That was a lot of fun. I really had a good time, and we made some really good progress. We've put about 6 hours plus into this, I guess. I think it's a little more than this. Yeah, there we go. Almost 9 hours, basically, which fits. 9 hours of this, and I don't know how much more there is left, but we're definitely making good progress overall in the game, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and, you know, it's all good. All right, give me a second whilst I shut this down. Okay, let's lower that. Deactivate. Okay. And back over there. Okay. And in a minute, you're going to hear flickering, or see flickering, I should say. Yeah. Cool. All right, so give me just a second. As it pops up, it'll be popping up any second. It should be popping up any second, I think. No, wait a second. Now it will be. Bear with me 1 second. Got to move it. I got to get my main monitor back on after switching over from my gaming computer. So, give me 1 sec here. Yeah, yep. Fire up. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. Cool. So, that is going to do it for me. I had a great time. And yes, there is a VOD of my Halloween reading, which you can find over there right now. It's actually, I think it's at the end of my Metroid Fusion playthrough, which was from a couple of days ago, Geester. If you go that, you'll be able to see both William Wilson and the Raven, which is a lot of fun. All right, chat, I'm out of here. I'm going to get moving. I got to go have dinner and then go watch some election returns and pray for the future of my country. So I hope everyone had a good time watching today. Again, it's 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. So if you're watching me and you are in the Central Time Zones or you're in the West Coast, of the United States and you haven't voted yet, you still, or Mountain Time, you still have a chance to do so. Go do it. This is incredibly important, and we need everybody to vote. As I said, I didn't want to go super political today, except it is extremely important to vote, and I'm pretty sure that the powers that be would be happy with my letting that know. So please, if you haven't already done so, please make sure that you go and do that, because that's necessary. Otherwise, I'm going to be back with you folks here next Tuesday for more of this game, Vaporum Lockdown, and I'm also going to be over on my channel in a couple of days. On Wednesday, actually tomorrow night, we will have some community D&D with Trishy Mats that you see in there, and Echo Alpha X5, who should be familiar to people here, and Rock God and Hoodie with Shadowed Mage as your DM. That's tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then I'll be back on my own channel on Friday with some Final Fantasy VII Remake, which has been awesome too. But I'll be back here, as I say, with more Vaporum Lockdown. The next person you'll see from on GOG will be Wolfie Lore tomorrow, playing some House Flipper, so you'll definitely want to be here for that when that happens. happens, and I forget what that is, but I put it up on the next because time zones are a thing and all that stuff. Otherwise, I had a great time. If you enjoyed stuff today, please make sure to follow us here on GOG. Please make sure to subscribe to us here on GOG, as a few of you did today, and please make sure to click through and check out our individual channels as well. Otherwise, best of luck to everyone. Hang in there, my friends in the U.S. And the rest of the world, and hopefully we'll be in a path towards sanity coming soon. But thanks, everyone. Much love to you all. And yeah, good progress today. Had a lot of fun with this, but I'll see you folks soon. Until then, everyone, especially today, be good to each other. Bye for now.